welcome if it's your first time here. I've just put on this piece here. I guess it's where the anchor chains are going to come out. And it frames up nicely onto this next piece, which is, I've just put it in and then realised that I've forgotten to put the camera on. So, next piece is this one, which is a grey, so I've got to make it fit. I think this is the one. I'll try and get it in that corner. Seems very long. Have I put the right piece in there? Yeah, of course I have. Okay, these are both. That's how it's going to be. I'm just got to do a little bit of shaping to make it fit. I was hoping it was going to be above that. Straight, yeah, but probably is going to be underneath it. Okay, I'll shape it and I'll come back to you. Sorry guys, I get a little bit carried away. I forget to turn the camera back on. There you go, that's the second one in position. Oops. I've still to work out what to do with them. I can't just leave them like that, I guess. I guess they're going to have to be shaped down. It doesn't show anything. I'll round them off a little bit, I think. Yeah. Kind of round it off a little bit, so I'll do that in a minute. In fact, let's get the right file and do it now. Because in a minute, the third one will be in position. I'm about hoping we'll get to it. We'll just touch this off with a little bit of oak varnish in a few seconds. It's not the ideal file to use for that. There we are. You see my black paint's going to need touching up on here. That's okay. We'll do all the paint touch-ups at the same time. The hat doesn't look too bad, that's rounded off, and at the time it's painted out you won't see it. And if I do the same with this one, that's better. Doesn't look so rough and ready now. There we go. See, nothing, that a little bit of paint and varnish won't cover up. There we go. So far it's looking at all of these are falling in place the way, same way as the pictorial, so I'm more than happy that they all seem to be in the same place. What I did with this, I can show you, I've got the starboard side ready to do as well. I've actually drilled a 0.7mm hole at the point where the 4mm holes have to go, and all I did is I put it in position and I drilled right through with the 0.7mm drill. So I got 2 pilot holes in the hull, and then I used my 4mm drill which I put back in the packet, and used my 4mm drill and drilled right through on both of them. So I've got a 4mm hole right through both places. I'm guessing that's where the anchor chains are going to come out. We'll see. Guess. I can't think of anything else that would go in there. Okay, let's get the third one positioned and see how much we have to take off on this one. Well, the usual amount. But you can see when you put it up against the hole how much it is you have to take off. Quite a bit. Okay, come back to you. I'll try and come back to you before I stick it on. I remember to turn the camera on this time. Just so I can put these in without getting my head in the way. Now, you have to rub quite a bit off them to get them to the right shape and position, which is there. So, top one. And just hope that when you put it in that you get it where you planned it. It's not difficult when there's 3 little guide marks, but it's getting this in line with all these strikes, which is the tricky part. Yeah, that's one end. Now the next one had quite a bit of rubbing down to get it to this position, and that's where it's going to go, in there. So all I'm going to do is put super glue on the edges. Doesn't need an awful lot, just enough to make it stick to that one up above. So it's going to be a lot of rubbing off here. So stick that in like that. The biggest thing is getting it to stick in the right in the corner. Seems to be the hardest place to make it stick. Right, there we go. Take off the excess glue. Not that you need to, because it'll disappear. But it helps if you take the excess off. So the super glue should do its job. It's in position. Take the excess aliphatic off, and that leaves the last piece, which will go in here. Got to make it sure it fits right into the corners. Like that. So again, I'll put the aliphatic on first this time, not so much. Well, I won't be getting too much done this weekend because I've got the youngest daughter and the grandkids coming down. So I'll still get out here, but there's also the matter of a cup final to watch. So there won't be much modelling done tomorrow. It's just one of my clips that's fell down there. This is a tough one to get. Maybe if I did this. No. Yes. That's got it. As I say, once the super glue's got a grip, we can then just take the clips off, clear off the aliphatic, and what's left of the aliphatic will disappear in its setting time. It sets hard in about, well, it sets working hard in about an hour. It sets super hard in 8 to 18. But we don't need to. Oh, you see how it looks quite white there? You'll see in about probably an hour, 2 hours, that will disappear. Now, I was waiting for that. The whole thing moved. Oh. Okay, that's where we need to be. Let's put a little bit more super stuff on. Let it wick through, and then we'll just squirt it with the activator. That will all dissipate, and that's it held in position. Right, when that's set in, I shall round the ends of this off, and then we'll do a little bit of touching up with paint and what have you. And I think that's all there is to do on this thing. Okay, see you in a few seconds. Having done the starboard side, we now do the port side. I don't think we need to mark A, but I will. And B. That leaves that as C. So A and B. I'll mark it on the top. Okay, I can always take them out later. I can always take the marks out later. But we can see which one is the top, middle and bottom. So I'm not going to film me sitting taking out all of these. Basically I'm going to take them out, varnish the tops and bottoms, and paint the edges of the sides, tidy up all the cut points first, and I'll come back to it in a little while and finish them off. So I'm not going to bore you with me cutting all these out, said that already, and you're still here. But yeah, I'm about to switch off. See you shortly. With that, I'm going to move my camera and everything. This is as close as I can get you. Now let's try and bring the tripod right here and I'll see if I can get you closer. Better. I've got to see if I can do this without getting my head in the front of the camera. Okay. Let's see how much I've got to take off this wood this time. You can see when you put it against the ship, you got to take about 2 mils out, which is about the distance of that black line. And that's before you can get that first peg in. So I'll sand this down, I'll come back to you. As I said, you can see that this is going to be fun. I'm trying to get this A in the right position and B getting it bent. I don't think that's going in the slot yet. That's in the slot now. And then move this up round so it's in the right position. Not quite good in the slot yet. That's because you have to clean out these slots of paint and primer. And then just to help it along, if you sand the edges, just so it helps it. What I find is I just take a little bit off the corners on both sides, and it'll help the wood to find the slot. That's what I was always taught anyway. And plus, you don't see that when it's in position there. See, that's just dropped straight in the slot down there. Now, and that's gone in the slot. Now, do I risk it? It snapped again. That's exactly what happened on the other side. So, a little bit of glue in there. Done, and put all three pieces in place. I'm at the same stage as I was at on the other side. And the next bit is this thing for making the holes, but I'll have to wait for this bit here to dry. And I'll get the first piece marked out because this has to be manoeuvred between the two, and it has to be quite tight. So I also want to check that I'm in line with the other side. See you in a second. 4mm holes built, which matches up with this piece of wood, which I've got to bend a little bit, as you can see. Can't put it in like that, it's got to bend a bit. I shall bend it, and then we shall get it put in place. Now then, hopefully these now are ready to go in. It's amazing. You try to get it in the slots and it just won't go in. It's amazing. Got all the slots lined up. And we'll do it in sequence. This has to be shaped a bit, yeah, on here. Okay, just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And I think before I get too frustrated, I'm going to stop. So this has got to be shaped just a little bit more. I'll do that, and I'll varnish up that bit that goes in the middle, and we'll call it a day there. See you in a few seconds. Right guys, there won't be very much to see at the moment. I'm just going to put this piece in over the slot. I've had it soaking for like half an hour so I can bend it a little bit. Here it is here. So put some glue on here. Maybe I should have done it the other way around. Put some spray on here. Just got to make sure I get it in the right place with it. Getting it on my fingers. Like that. Give it about 10 seconds. There we are. That's that bit stuck in, and then with that stuck in, and would you believe it lifts up at the end? So a little bit more glue in there. I previously used a different applicator to this one, and it kind of left a white deposit whenever it activated. This one is, as you can see, is clean. So there we are. That's whatever those holes are now installed. So I should be able to take the first piece, this one, put it in position, and then bring it right up against that, up to there. For some reason it doesn't want to. I don't see any raised wood in there. Don't worry about this, I'll get covered up in a minute. So I've got to assume it's on here. There we are, that's where it will go. So let's you have to make sure you get it in the right place first time now when you're doing the applicator like this. I don't know if I can get a clip in there, but I'll try. I think it might be too much of a stretch. It's in. Right, that's it for now. I'll come back when I'm ready to do the next couple of bits, which for me will be a couple of hours. Okay, see you soon. Guys, managed to get another couple of bits in. I'll put them in. Once again, I forgot to turn the camera on. But I don't know how long they'll take to. I pulled it and it came out. So I think a little bit of super glue is required. Either that or it's not. I don't think it's right in. I wonder if it will come out again. Yeah. Let's take the glue off this and take a little bit more of it. Some little bit of aliphatic. I thought I'd cut it right, but it looks like I need to take a little bit more off this side so it comes in a bit. Okay, and that doesn't take 2 seconds to do. Excuse the noise. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, you can see straight away. That's sunk in better. Still not. There we go. In there. Yeah, you got to get it right inside. Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll super glue it and then spray it on. And trouble with this capillary tube, for some reason it's blocking up. Here we go. I was going to use aliphatic resin on here, but for some reason this wood seems to prefer a little bit of this stuff. So the only trouble is you've got to make sure you get it in the right place the first time. Otherwise it looks wrong and sticks in the wrong place. Yeah, that's better. Not sticked in. Right, now I've got to shape the third one. Leave this with me, guys, and I'll come back to you in a few seconds to complete bow streaks in. Now the third one we have to start shaping, and see how much I have to take off. Look, when you put it against there, so look, you can see the black line on the inside here. Now I put those three in position. That black line is just slightly short of where I need to take it off to, but that's okay. It's a good guideline, isn't it? Let's see if the shape is right. Yes, shape is right, so we'll go by this black line and we'll take just a touch more off. Back in a sec. Guys, that's all three bow streaks in place. It's kind of difficult to decide how much to film and how little to film. If you think I'm not giving you enough detail, let me know in the comments, but if you think it was just enough, well, also comment. I can always edit too much out, but I can't add bits in that I've forgotten to film or forgot to switch the camera on. Okay, I'm going to let that set. It looks like I probably need a new tube. Oh, there's a bit left in there yet. I thought I might need a new tube of cyanide, but there's plenty in there to do another few bits yet. I'm going to have a little read up on what comes next and make a little break. Go and have a cup of coffee and I'll come back to you. Okay, ignore some of this glare. This is going to be touched up with paint yet, but I've put these two decorative pieces in do a little bit of jiggery pokery to get them into the right place, but I think they're right. I'm going to do this piece that comes up off here now. This could be fun because I've got to do it on the bench and then bring it over here. Probably have to file a little bit off this. Well, I know I've got to cut bits out of here to make this piece fit, so I thought I'll take you back to the bench, show me putting this bit together, and when I come to do these on the other side I'll film it then and you'll see what's involved. Okay, back in a sec. Right guys, the parts for this little exercise, for the port side it's 189, which are these ones here, and for the starboard side, which is what I'm working on, is 190. Now I'm going to mark them ABC again. So when I put a wire through, that's my piece of 1mm wire that I used when I was bending the piece of 1mm wire. I'm not going to use one of the nice new ones. Got lots of little bits out of that. So, where did I put it? There's a reason for that. They have to be bent. So, starboard side has to bend that way. And they very kindly, didn't want that to happen. Oh, it doesn't make any difference. It's way outside this area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out because it saves having a great big sheet of wood. Oh. This one, it doesn't matter if you because it's not part of the construction, this piece, obviously the bits inside it are part of the construction, but the rectangle itself is not, so that's another one totally empty. Don't worry about this bit along there. Here's the template. So I'm guessing the tails go down here. Okay, that's fine for one side. Good grief. Yeah, they're going to have to be soaked to fit in there. But you can see basically all three pieces lined up will have to fit in there. That's going to be a squeeze and a half. There we go, like that. I'm going to have to go and soak these bits of wood because there's no way they're going to bend around there like that. So what I'm guessing is, because for the port side it goes that way around, and for the starboard it'll go that way around. This is for the starboard. I'll go and put these in water, I'll come back to you. These three pieces soaked. Find the little brass piece, it's there. Starboard, so we want it to bend that way. So now I've got to try and see where my ABCs are, because yeah, that's A. That's B. There we go. So put the wire through. I hope this is going to work. So the trouble is when you soak the wood, it does tend to expand, doesn't it? Which makes it twice as difficult to get into the slot that they've given you. Let's see how we can do this. So one, will it bend? Yes, it will bend. Managed to soak it enough to bend it. So number 2, down to the bottom. See, it's already tight. I'll use my spike to push it over. Number 2. Oh, that wasn't very clever, you see. Because the wood is now soaked, it's also quite weak. Oh, come on. We're going to have fun with this one. Okay, let's do this with them. I just don't see how you can get 3 pieces bent in there. First of all, I'm now going to have to repair these. So, these are going to have to sit overnight. See if I can get it. Alright. Okay guys, I'm going to stick them together and leave them overnight. I'll come back to you in a few seconds for me tomorrow. That's on a few seconds for you. Well, you'll have seen in the previous segment that I managed to break 2 of these pieces. I have managed to put everything back together. And this one didn't quite stick in the right place, but it must be very close because the pin goes through. See? But this one is well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I am going to shape it a little bit with the sandpaper and my file, and then I'll paint it. I'll fill it and paint it. But it has the shape that I need, so not too bad with it. But a little bit of filling, a little bit of sanding, and let's see how we get on. I'll try and do this on camera. Try. You can see it shapes up not too bad at all. It's pretty good. I shall have to use a curve file on that. Let's do the top. I think something gets put on the top of here. So. That's not too bad, that is. Now, use my half round file to do this curve on this side. Flat one on the end, not too bad at all. I'm really quite pleased with that. I'll tell you how I did it in a second. I used this curve and I had these pieces soaked, if you remember. So while the inside one was still soaked, I put it in and I clipped it in and I left it overnight. So when I came back out, all I had to do was pick up the others and match them to the shape, and that's what I did. And you can see it's coming out exactly as we want it to. The centre one is slightly sunk down from the other two, which is what it's supposed to be. I'm going to try painting it and see how it comes out. I don't want to take too much off on this curve. It's just wants to separate there, look. A little bit of glue in there. Where we get the glue to come out. I'll just put a touch of the very thin stuff in, since it's already been stuck together. The thin stuff should do the job. Now then, just put a clip on it and then give it a squirt of this stuff. That's it. And then we'll paint with number 10. Just like that, it's stuck. And it would stick to the clips, wouldn't it? So having said I don't need to put filler in, I'm now going to put a bit of filler in. Tiny piece of filler needed. That's the trouble with using this very liquidy super glue. It's all over my hands as well. That's going to take a wee while, so we'll move on to another piece. The next piece is the third stripe to be added. Now this bit won't be getting stuck in straight away because I want to colour up the edges. It's only the front that's this varnishy colour. So, nice little shape at the front. Just got to work out how they put it in. Oh, it goes up almost to the top. Okay. Right, I'll move you over to the ship now and we'll see if we can position it. This front gets coloured off, but this one's going to go up here somewhere, right at the top. That's too high, so swing around a bit. Something like that. That's where it's going to go. But I think it just touches this bottom white line. Let's see. It certainly looks right, doesn't it? You think, why is it sitting there? It's amazing, these pieces that you think are in the right place, and then this one is going to sit in. It's going to drop on the bottom of another piece, which goes on the end here. I've got some red paint to put on there. You got it up about here. Okay, there we are. Yes, now it seems to sit in better. Now, the reason I keep checking is because I'm going to put a piece 32 mils long. It's by my little rule. 32 mils. And 32 mils is going to sit up. It doesn't show me how far above, but it does sit above these other ones. So if I get 32 mils sitting up to about here, 10, 20, oh I see, 32. 32 mils is quite high, isn't it? So anywhere in about the middle here, it's going to be right. Okay, did anybody see where my piece of wood went? It is so funny doing this. Okay, let me find where it's gone and I'll come back to you. I've cut out the excess wood there, ready for that. I don't know what it is to go in there. I've sized up the next one, it's going to stop just here. And they are all over here, painted, ready to set up. Oops, what I'm there. There we go, back again. That's about it for this one. It's probably quite a short video, I don't know. Usual comments, if you like what I'm doing, feel free to like, share, subscribe if you want to, not forcing you, obviously. Share it with your friends, let them know what I'm doing, and comment anything you like. When you subscribe, the little bell icon comes up, that's notification. If you click on that, you'll be told when any videos are updated on my site, which is normally Mondays and Thursday evenings. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.